Jurassic World.
Chaos theory.
The chaos theory. Theory of chaos.
Which, that's what, isn't that what
Jeff Goldblum
studied?
Yeah, Ian Malcolm. Chaos theory.
Yeah.
So we got the opportunity to sit down and talk remotely, but still have a conversation with, because technology is great and that's how it works.
It's the future.
We got to talk to a couple new friends, including but limited to Scott Kreamer, the showrunner for Jurassic World Chaos Theory, as well as two of the actors, the voice actors from the series, Paul-Mikél and Sean, who play the characters Darius and Ben, respectively.
It's a good word.
Well, we got to have a really good conversation with them.
I'd like to warn people, though, if you haven't seen the newest season, season 3, there are some minor spoilers.
Yeah, some minor spoilers, also adult spoilers as well. But we jumped in. We got to watch season 3. I'd gotten to see seasons 1 and 2, and we kind of just watched it all. And what a show it is! And it's something that you might see it in your Netflix options. Not the first thing you might click on, because you don't know a lot about it. Yeah, I feel like this style of animation is not the one that pulls people in right away. You kind of have to be immersed in it to understand that it's enjoyable, that it's not a kid's show.
It's not.
And with this, especially the Chaos Theory is the second show surrounding these same characters from the show Camp Cretaceous. And
they're
it's
older.
the Nublar Six. They're older. And this has a lot more of an adult theme.
They're trying to figure themselves out while they're trying to figure their adult selves out while they're trying to figure out an adult-sized conspiracy. They're dealing with a lot of adult issues that you deal with as an adult. Death, grief, PTSD, trauma, all while trying to figure out how to exist in their family module that they have amongst themselves.
Yeah. And this is a family of 6. And the series opens up with the tragedy. One of them, the reveal of that is pretty cool too. First episode, and obviously spoilers from this moment on, because that's what happens. Why are you even listening this much if you haven't seen this show? But the Nublar Six, you have Darius, who was voiced by Paul-Mikél, that we get to talk to, and he's this is where we kind of learn that one of them throughout we're following him, and we kind of learn that one of them has died.
Yeah,
has been killed by a dinosaur.
Dino attack.
And he calls Brooklyn to tell her that he saw the Allosaurus that had attacked, that is responsible for the maiming and the murder of one of the 6. And it turns out later we learn that, Brooklyn is the one that was dead. Fast forward to season 2/3, like there are obviously other things have unfolded. We learn that maybe there isn't there. Maybe we're down to 5.5 members, and not necessarily 6 or 5, somewhere in between. And this series does a really good job of following. It exists in the world that we see between the Jurassic World Evolution and Jurassic World the final one, Dominion. Is it Evolution?
I don't know.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to redo this. So this series does a really good job of existing in the world that we see between the second and third installments of the Jurassic World movies, where there's dinosaurs. So Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and Jurassic World Dominion. And it's very much because we're learning that this world now, dinosaurs aren't just on Jurassic World, on this island. They're everywhere,
baby.
And when you watch Jurassic World Dominion, you might not get this full effect of like how people in this world are living in this world filled with dinosaurs.
It's a new world.
They're everywhere. The apex predators, the creatures, these giant things are now just around. And they're how do people live? How do people
Carefully,
not be
quietly.
How do they care for them? How do they coexist? You know, and it's a great series for that. It explores these areas while also, like you said, there's a conspiracy theories. There's, you know, the underground black market. There's it's very mature with some very cool characters, including one called the Handler, which is
Who I thought was part dinosaur.
well, they don't talk. They whisper.
Yeah.
There's a little whispering in there.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. And then there's the whistling.
Then they have an actual whistle.
Yeah, the whistle where they control the Atrociraptors.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. Atrociraptor. Remote control raptors. And then we also, you know, a lot of other stuff happens. It's a great show. I'll totally recommend it.
And on that note,
I think it's time for the interview because I think I've said enough. I think we should listen to the true experts, the people who have been there,
done
to
that.
have been to this island and survived for seemingly 3 seasons, at least.
Here's hoping
If you
for
count
more.
the Cretaceous, that's 9 so far. Wow. Well,
And that whistle was not for the Raptors.
yeah. Thank God. I got scared. I was like, "How you doing, everybody? Congratulations on season 3.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks so much.
A very, very fun show. I definitely, I'd seen this show kind of be there on Netflix and was like, didn't really know a lot about it. So I'm glad that in the last, you know, getting to know that this was an opportunity, I jumped in and I love the show. It's
Great.
It's a lot of fun, and it is. And I've been looking at, you know, watching a lot of interviews too, and seeing a lot of people are on the same page as me, where it is like, what age group is this show for?
Yeah.
And it translates to everything. It is there are young aspects, and there are just something for everybody, you know. And it's a truly beautiful show, and season 3 honestly is right off the bat
Ups
like,
the ante.
beautiful, yeah, and emotional, like tear-jerking scenes, beautiful new characters. Obviously, a standout is Nana.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so yeah, congratulations, and I don't know, what do you want to hear? Ask a question, JJ.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll ask you a question. No, I love the amount of adult theme, the conspiracy, the trauma, the dealing with death, the dealing with loss, the dealing with, you know, PTSD in some aspects, the relationships that are building. Was that something that was always in the framework, or is that something that you found along the way that you wanted to build upon? Because honestly, that's some of my favorite part of the outside of the obvious dinosaur action.
That was always baked in, and it's funny what you had said was while we were kind of developing the show early on, that was our question too: is what age group is this aimed at? Because we kind of just were trying to make something cool that we liked. So my initial idea for this always had, you know, we had dealt with PTSD and Camp Cretaceous as well, but it was always to push it to a darker, moodier, conspiracy theory type place. And then, you know, once the writers and the artists and these fine voice actors sort of came in, and everyone just kind of kept adding to it and took ownership over their part of this thing, and it just sort of made this, what do they call it, a 4-quadrant? Is that what everyone's aiming for? Where there's something for everyone, and then that's kind of what we were shooting for.
I'm going to use that now, 4-quadrant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
sure, yeah.
everything everybody wants is a 4-quadrant co-viewing. There's a lot of buzzwords I've learned over the years. But anyway, we were trying to make something cool that we like to watch, and all that other stuff sort of followed after.
That's honestly all I'm ever looking for, is something cool to watch. And to be able to create it is awesome. So obviously, Paul-Mikél and Sean, you've been, since the beginning, you've been cast members in the show from Camp Cretaceous to this. Is there, and you and the other, Yasmina's character and Sammy's character all have been in all of it. Are you kind of close as a cast? Do you spend a lot of time together? Or is there kind of a lot of, individual kind of recording days?
Yeah, I'd say we spend a lot of time together. There's actually a day when I think it was when season 2 dropped. We all went to Universal Studios together just to like have a fun hangout day and take some photos and do stuff. And we actually saw the season 2 poster at Universal Studios, like in the entrance to Universal Studios. And so we went through this whole ordeal of going up on these stairs that we weren't allowed to go on because it was like for crew and stuff. But Rainey, she always works her magic. She's amazing. She worked her magic. She got us up there to take like 30 seconds of pictures, and then they're like, okay, you guys need to come down. But yeah, I'd say we're definitely close as a cast. I mean, whenever we would do group recordings with, even 4, 5, 6 of us, it's always been like a huge family to the point where they kind of stopped doing group recordings because it would take too long because we would just have so much fun and our chemistry was so good in the studio that we were always having a laugh. I think one of our main goals was to make the people outside of the sound booth laugh. But it was, the whole thing was just a really big family. We always, Thursdays were our days. That was just kind of, we just lived there.
Yeah, this kind of like at the heart of this is that the 6 of you are a family, and it definitely translates. But Sean, do you have anything to add with that?
Well, over the years, watching Paul grow up has been really cool because he's been the same age as Darius pretty much throughout the whole run, and I don't know, that's kind of added to it too, just kind of like just knowing how we're like, I guess we're all growing, but it was just very evident watching Paul, and we've been really close. And Rainey's always been our camp fam for life member that just kind of like rallies us all together, and anytime we get a chance to see each other, we're just kind of goofing around, and just really grateful we've had this time to just kind of spend so much time together and make something that we're really proud of.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm not gonna lie, it's really cool talking to you guys.
Yeah.
Because it's just like the character. I'm actually talking to characters in the show almost. Like, you're right there. Like,
yeah.
What's next?
Oh, well, my biggest question halfway through season 3, and obviously I don't want to spoil anything, but Sean, do you think Ben's going to get his beanie back? Because I'm a big beanie guy.
Oh yeah, you're representing it right now. I sure hope so, because I mean, it just feels right being beanied up like that, and it's suspenseful for me too.
As long as someone else out there connected with that. Okay, good.
That was honestly the first.
I thought I was alone with that, but
he literally started watching the show. He's like, I like the kid with the beanie. Oh no, he lost the beanie. Those were the 3 text messages
in a row.
I started it. Oh no, the beanie.
I'm glad that you have hope. I'm glad you have hope for it.
I really love the way the show fits into the films, the universe in the films. And it's something like another show that I liked with this was Star Wars Rebels. And it kind of had the same, it's got that kind of animation style, but with them it was very much here's a whole series that we can do between these 2 big films. Whereas with this, I was able to go back and watch a little bit of Camp Cretaceous, which I'm really excited to finish, but like the way that was handled following the line of the Indominus Rex and the fall of Jurassic World, and how neatly everything fits right into the world of Jurassic World, the films. And then even for this season 3, how closely it fits in with the events of Jurassic World Dominion. How I don't know. You have anything to say about how interesting, fun, or stressful it is to make sure that the puzzle piece fits in?
Yeah, it's all those things. It's super fun and super stressful. But it really is kind of built in. It's like you were talking about the first season of Camp Cretaceous. I actually just found my notebook from that, and I basically had just written out a timeline where every place like you said, where the Indominus Rex was going, and then we would just try to figure out where we could put our kids so they are there for these events, but it wouldn't break canon. Like you said, if you saw the movie, you're not going to go, well, they would have been standing there. And this one was even crazier as far as when we got into season 3 with Dominion and figuring out, okay, well, where can we be, and where can these points of view be, and how can we support what's in the films without messing it up, but also where possible, enriching the storyline that's already there, providing maybe some context that when they've got a film, they've got this amount of time to tell the story, and we've got more time than that. So what can we do to support it? And it's just hats off to our head writer, Bethany Armstrong Johnson, and our amazing writing staff. Also, the director and writer of Dominion, Colin Trevorrow, when we sit down and break a season, he's always with us, either virtually or in person. So when we figure out the overall arc of a season of the show, Colin's there, and he can give us more context as well. For what he was thinking, or what would work and what might not work. So, it's a big, like everything on the show, it's just a big collaboration, and you hope you get it right.
All right. I mean, I think you do.
Yeah.
And it's especially beautiful for me watching because leading up to Jurassic World Dominion, I was very excited knowing, okay, now we have this world filled with dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are everywhere. And I was like, I can't wait to see Dominion and see how it fits in. And then I just was like, okay, I didn't get enough of it. I didn't get enough of this world. And like you said, you only have this much time to tell the story. So it's also, okay, they're telling this story. But with this show, you get that. You get all the little intricacies of the illegal dinosaur activity and just every little thing, like people coexisting with dinosaurs, using them for protection, I mean, thank you for that, because that's for me that's me nerding out.
Hey, nerd away. That's what we were shooting for. So I'm glad that it landed for you.
Oh yeah, 100%. And that actually brings me to my next question: is there has to be a favorite dinosaur for each of you, right? At this point in the game, or do you just love them all?
Well, I'll let the boys answer.
It's so funny because I always go back to Camp Cretaceous because it'll always, low-key have my favorite dinosaur, which is the Scorpius Rex. It's always been my favorite throughout our entire series. Season 3 of Camp Cretaceous is still, king of the seasons, in my opinion. But season 3 of Chaos Theory is definitely it's up there. It's getting real close to taking the title. But as far as Chaos Theory, I know we're allowed to talk about spoilers and stuff. It still feels wrong to say it though.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
But the obvious Ankylosaurus in the room in season in season 3, Smoothie, I think has so far been a cast favorite for sure. I'm pretty sure everybody has said it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Smoothie. The name Smoothie, I was like, I don't know if I like it. And then I remembered the mom is Bumpy. And I went, yeah, that's genius. That's absolute genius. But yeah, Bumpy. And I really like the addition of the Pyroraptor. That Pyroraptor in the snow, that's so much fun.
Yeah, that's I think Bumpy is always going to be my number one, and then Smoothie's definitely up there now too, but Pyroraptor this season, that introduction with its face going and then that sound it makes was super cool. And the snow dive it did where it disappeared. That was just cool stuff. So he'd be my favorite Smoothie then Pyroraptor.
Yeah, the Pyroraptor in the snow, and he fighting Pyroraptors with snowmobiles is ingenious. There was
Yeah.
a moment I was like, okay, they're going after this raptor. They don't have any. What are they gonna do? And you always figure it out, you know.
Find a
Crafty kids. You're just like, we're gonna find some snowmobiles and fight some pyroraptors.
Yeah,
Life finds a way.
It does.
I think that's been a really driving narrative in like the entirety of, you know, the series was these 6 kids are always, you know, finding a way to achieve their goals no matter how drastic or insane they might be. And I don't know if like that's what you guys specifically, Scott, had like was something that you wanted to touch on repeatedly, or if that was a theme. But I think that it was a great thing to see overall, just to inspire not only the youth but, you know, people of all ages, because that's what our shows are tailored towards, you know. So I think that was a pretty important piece of it, at least for me in the cast.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. I mean, I think if there's a theme to this whole thing, is that we're stronger when we stick together, whatever age we're at. Yeah, you know, we're just that's the story we're telling. Sometimes you figure it out, and you know, like that, it's like, man, we on a TV schedule and budget, we had no business pulling off any of that stuff in the snow with the snowmobiles. So, as well as the kids figuring it out, the crew on our show, you know, Bethany and I and the writers are constantly throwing stuff that we shouldn't be able to pull off. And the initial response is usually, okay, you know, we got to get this back under control, that we can actually produce it. But, you know, life finds a way with this crew too, whether it's our designers or production or our board artists and everyone, as far as and lighting is such an important part of this show. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, there was like, okay, we want to do something and we want to try to do it in the snow, and now we want to pull off a feathered dinosaur, which is its own problems, but we really want to do that. And then I think our art director, JP Baume, said, well, I think we can borrow these snowmobile assets. And then we were just off to the races, you know, with as far as that whole sequence, and the episode's director, Mike Mullen. And it's like, okay, well, how can we make this thing feel epic and something, you know, something that we haven't done before? And, you know, they definitely pulled out all the stops.
Yeah, that was one of the. I think that's the last one I got. I did not get to finish it, so I still have something to look forward to. I think
Well,
2 episodes left to finish it tonight. But the this season for me has been like really turning it up a notch, you know, and like I said before, Nana. And just that whole the sequence, taking Kenji and kind of supporting him, and it was just such a very accurate and beautiful addition with so much character. Even though they're, you know, also it's funny watching it too, because it's like it just says like the subtitles is speaking Italian.
Yeah,
it's never like what. So I'm like I'm right with these kids who don't know what she's saying, but are getting the same feeling from it.
Yeah, well, we were definitely, you know, first of all, the fact that Academy Award nominee Isabella Rossellini actually agreed to be in our little puppet show was phenomenal. And yeah, always from the beginning, I didn't want to do subtitles or, you know, I wanted, like you said, I wanted the audience to be in the kids' shoes. But, you know, her performance and the animation that Ryan and Dan and the team put together, I think you kind of get with what she's saying, with a little help from Gia along the way. The Kenji Nona of it all was definitely a highlight of the season for me.
Yeah, I've shed many tears.
Yeah.
Also, Sean, congratulations on Ben's girlfriend being real.
Yeah.
I know that was, you know,
There we go.
I was very, very happy for you.
She's
It was a comical lead up to it and everything, and
Thank you. I was very pumped about hearing about the concept of it, and that everything about it, the execution of it was very exciting, and that Ben shows those dance moves and has that big smooch thing when she first enters the
Picks
thing.
her right up.
I'm like, wow, this is just
The
Ben's a
suave
cool guy.
Picks her
gentleman.
right up. That's
Yeah.
He's doing the squats. It shows. You know,
It shows.
Body weight exercises are no joke.
which is also funny because I took context of I had first seen Ben in Chaos Theory, so then when I finished season 2, before we got to get through to season 3,
Well-
I went back and watched Camp Cretaceous. So then I saw why everybody was so
Saw the-
surprised Ben was tall.
The
'cause
glow
he
up.
is- yeah, or a blow up. Honestly, like
Yeah.
yeah. Like, good Lord. It's a lot of those little protein bars you're eating there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all in the carob.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
What's all of your kind of backgrounds with Jurassic Park itself, and I guess maybe like personal feelings, history, going to see it in theaters, reading the book. Do you all have kind of like a little bit to say about that?
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I was never big on thriller, and so when I first watched Jurassic Park, I was scared out of my mind. And now going back and watching it again, I'm like, wow, how was I ever like scared of this? But I mean, growing up, I had a vivid imagination, so I would picture a lot of things as being real, and I guess maybe that's what helped me get into this position that I'm in now in the first place. But specifically with Jurassic, I started getting back into the franchise with Jurassic World, and I saw that in theaters when it came out. I think I saw it twice actually. I saw it once with one side of my family and once with another side, and I was like, wow, what have I been missing out on? This series is amazing. The dinosaurs are so lifelike, and the acting is good, and so then I went back and I started watching more Jurassic. I still haven't read the book yet, which I've been meaning to do, but I watched Jurassic Park, I watched The Lost World, and I was like, wow, there were so many aspects of this series that I didn't know about before that were so interesting and so fun to watch. And this was all before I even knew that I was going to get an audition for Camp Cretaceous, which I got in, I want to say April of 2018, somewhere around there. And yeah, I mean, I had no idea that this was going to be Jurassic, like, at all at first. All the character names were different. I couldn't understand code names for projects whatsoever. But I sent in my audition. I was like, oh, this looks like a pretty fun project. Dinosaurs. Yeah. What could this be? But at the end of the day, I got another callback, and I went in still completely oblivious. And then when I walked out, they started playing the Jurassic Park music. And I was like, oh, that's so cool, because, it's like dinosaurs and stuff. Still, like, my naive little brain not knowing what this could be at all. But, yeah, and kudos to, everybody on the team that made such an inviting environment from day one, honestly. Because even from the callback, all I saw was smiles and fun. And 6 years later, that's still the environment that they're creating. So, yeah, kudos to you guys, honestly, because Scott, you did an amazing job creating this environment and this family, and I really appreciate it.
Back at you, man.
I'm getting teary-eyed again.
Yeah.
Scott, do you have a background with Jurassic Park, the novel, or anything?
Yeah, I mean, it was I remember when it came to the theaters, my buddy Jackson and I went to the movie, and it's like, oh my God, I've been waiting for this movie my entire life. I can't remember if I had already read the novel or if I read it after, but when you were talking about favorite dinosaurs, I agree with the Pyroraptor and Smoothie and Bumpy, but the T-Rex breaking out of the pen was just one of my favorite moments in any movie I've ever seen. And so that'll always have my heart. But I just love the movie, and I remember we watched the film, and then it was showing in 2 different theaters, or maybe more than that. We snuck across, the aisle, went to another showing of it, and it was like we got in just as the T-Rex was busting out again, and I was like, this is meant to be. So I think I probably saw that movie, probably, if you count those 2 times, probably 4 times that first week. And again, I love the novel, and there's some stuff in the novel that you wouldn't be able to do in the movie that's as exciting as the stuff in the films. So yeah, when I got the surprise call to come aboard this thing, it was an amazing experience.
It's got to be a fun sandbox to jump into, and just you have these pieces to move around and in this world,
Yeah,
but
but sort of like but with that comes like this franchise means a lot to a lot of people. So yeah, it's
Absolutely.
a lot of fun, but you got a big responsibility not to screw it up, because as you know, folks will let you know.
They will.
So far, it seems like we've gotten it right more than we've gotten it wrong. But it sounds corny, but it's really an honor just being part of this thing.
It very much is something that does mean a lot to a lot of people, and it's very important. And I think at this point too, it's a part of a lot of people's histories, like when they first watched the movie, everything like that. And I only recently read the book, and I read it, and so I really like how Dominion and now Chaos Theory has incorporated Biosyn back into it, and like that company, because that was kind of like a bigger part of the 2 books and everything. Yeah. So that, for me, nerding out, I'm like, oh great, this is great. Yeah, that's just me. Sean, when did you what's your history with Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park. Yeah, I remember back when I was a kid, like my brother and I, when we visited our Uncle Joe's house, he had this like dark room with this certain couch, and that was like the movie that we would watch when all the parents were talking. I forget if it was which one it was. It was the one with all the pterodactyls and the drawbridge
3
thing, and
Jurassic Park 3.
That's the one. I love that one, and then but I think I love that one. That one's like very nostalgic, and then but the first one, love that, and but then growing up with high school, when Jurassic World first came out, that was one of the first movies that me and my friends went and did. Like, we had our cars and all met, and I think we even sat front row, which we usually don't do that, but it was like, so everything was even bigger. And I remember the Mosasaurus thing, and and so now I kind of just like takes me by surprise when like we did like some cast and crew screenings and stuff, and brought the whole group together, and just being like a part of this group that we're like, it's just, I'm an actor, a part of this large group that's making something that's like, we're actually the group that's now making something Jurassic. It's kind of blows my mind, and kind of like growing up, now we're part of. I don't know. It makes me go. Makes me go cuckoo, I guess. I don't know. Really like it. I really love the franchise.
Yeah, I mean, you both went from watching these dinosaurs to almost getting eaten by one, like 10 times 10 times a season. So that's a pretty cool thing. Yeah. What do you? Anything else? Any closing questions?
Oh no, they answered everything. I mean, it just seems like I'm so glad that you guys, all of you, are having so much fun with it, because it shows when we're watching it. So, it's just a lot of fun, and I'm excited. I hope that there continues to be more of it, so we can keep watching and keep going on the journey.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if it ties into Rebirth, how that goes. I'm not gonna ask. I'm sure there's not a lot of answers
NDAs
there.
NDAs on that one, maybe.
Yeah. But
I can confirm nor deny anything.
All right, that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. That's our internet clip. We got it. We got it, boys. No, but thank you so much again for sitting and talking with us. This has been amazing. It's a great show. I hope you get it. I don't know, 10 more seasons out of it. Keep it going. How long? We'll go and we'll get the kids out of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I usually try to throw a pun in, but I can't. I don't have any good eggs. There it is. I don't know. There you go.
I will workshop that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Season 4, I'll cut.
When you guys come back, we'll have better ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But thanks for having us.
Yes,
Appreciate
thank you guys.
Well, that was really awesome getting to talk to those three.
That was a lot of fun with that trio.
Yeah, and they were very. It really is trippy to watch a show, 3 seasons worth of a show, and then talk to the voice actors and just like immediately just seeing their characters speaking in front of you. And honestly, it's what I'll say is the animators of this show are able to capture these actors perfectly. Their essence. It's not like, because it's more than just their voice. Talking to both Sean and Paul-Mikél, like the way they speak, their body language, like it just from that brief interview we got to do with them, it follows in the show. The show is so reflective of them.
Of their relationship.
Of the relationship too.
They
Yeah,
talk
very
about how
much.
Close they are with the whole crew, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's good. It comes across screen and audio.
Yeah.
So.
It permeates.
Much like us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we actually don't talk to each other outside of the studio.
Not
so
ever.
I hate this guy. No, and this show is fantastic. I love it, and I love what they're doing. Like it does explore these worlds outside this world of people existing alongside dinosaurs, and just goes into the depths of it. And in season 3, we get to meet a lot of new characters and stuff.
A lot more secrets.
A lot more secrets too. But yeah. And you've got, like we said, you can't say enough about Nana.
Yeah, the hero.
Yeah, Isabella Rossellini.
Yeah,
Or
Isabella Rossellini.
okay, fantastic. I'm glad I got all the syllables in there.
I think you did.
But yeah, she plays Nana, and that's a standout character. When we have
So
a
the hero's
Smoothie
arc
the Little.
within 2 episodes.
Yeah,
goes
exactly.
from hating dinos
Hates dinosaurs,
to loving dinos.
loves dinosaurs. Yeah, and this whole series as a whole, obviously the dinosaurs is one of the coolest parts, because there's dinosaurs I've never heard of that they're like, and honestly I don't know the difference between a Suchomimus and a Baryonyx, and I see them both and I'm always like, it's a Suchomimus again, and they're like, that's a Baryonyx, and then I see another one and it's like, this is a Baryonyx, and I'm like, I thought it was a Suchomimus. I think I just said the same thing 2 different ways.
Yeah, and I didn't
And that's
understand
it.
any of the words.
Yeah.
And that's because of who
There's
I
a
am.
Gallimimus. There's a Stegosaurus, Kentrosaurus, Kentrosaurus with the spikes on the sides.
Are any of these on your shirt?
No,
That's a Stegosaurus.
No, yeah, you got a Stegosaurus.
least got
I've got
one.
a Tyrannosaurus. I've got a Brachiosaurus. Where's the Triceratops? Is there
It
one?
looks like, what was this guy?
That's a Tyrannosaurus. That's a Triceratops. There's only 3 dinosaurs on here.
Yeah, but there's a
4
lot of
dinosaurs?
those 3 dinosaurs.
There is.
Which
Who
is
doesn't love dinosaurs? Who doesn't?
that guy from 65.
That guy, he did not like
No,
dinosaurs.
not a fan.
No. He also didn't like children. No, he did like that was
Yikes.
his problem. But I'm excited to see the rest of this show.
Me
See what
too.
else it's got
Got
coming.
a few more episodes left for me to finish.
Yeah, I've got 2 left, but like I'm excited to see where it goes. I do want to see if it, and obviously Scott couldn't reveal if it ties
Sure.
into Rebirth, the
Yep,
upcoming the newest Jurassic Park installment, which I'm excited for.
Mm-hmm.
It's I love dinosaurs. I love Jurassic Park. This is something that like I geek out on constantly.
If Jurassic Park was real, would you go there?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Heartbeat. Yeah. And that's it.
That's all anyone can ask for, really.
If Jurassic Park was real, would you go?
I absolutely would go.
Yeah, it's I mean, if you could afford a ticket, you would.
Yeah,
you know,
if I
absolutely.
could afford a ticket, that's a big if. It's a big if. I can't
Big
even
iffy.
afford to get to Universal Studios.
Yeah, that's true.
And
I
I
think
imagine there's going to be a
I
little
barely
more
got here
expensive.
today.
Yeah.
I barely got in today. I don't think I'm going to make it tomorrow.
How many plates of a Stegosaurus's back would you give this show?
Ooh.
You like that one, huh?
Yeah, I would give it. Well, how many plates are on a Stegosaurus?
I didn't think it through. I didn't think that through. I wasn't expecting a follow-up question, so
Okay.
that's on you. That's on you, Kyle.
Let's say there's about 45 plates.
Sounds good.
45 plates.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 40
Yeah.
because this is entirely enjoyable and it's
Very enjoyable.
a
Okay,
great
yeah,
series.
I'd give it 41.
41.
I just want to have one up on you. That's all.
That's fantastic. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
Dropping plates, man.
Dropping plates on each other.
Well, this has been a dinosaur adventure for the ages. I had a good time.
Let's hope our friendship doesn't go extinct.
Oh,
I got one.
fun guy.